Hey everyone, ELD here, and I guess it's story time. I had mentioned a memorable set of dual lands that I had purchased in one of my videos, and somebody asked to hear about it, so here we go. I will go ahead and explain this cheapest set of dual lands that I ever had. So playset, 4 of each, back in the day, and there was a little game store. It was Grandmaster Games and Hobbies in North Dartmouth, Massachusetts, back in the day. Great place to play. They used to do vintage F&Ms. Really enjoyed playing there. And basically, they were doing a charity event to raise a bunch of money. I don't remember what the cause was, but they had a bunch of board games and magic stuff, D&D things, video games, all sorts of stuff that had been donated, and they were going to sell to raise money for whatever good cause it was. And I went around telling everybody about this set of dual lands that they were going to have. 4 of each. 4 underground, 4 volcanic, you name it. All revised, of course, but still, back then, buy list price on that stuff was at least $400 to $600, depending on which vendor you were talking about and the condition. And I was trying to figure out how much money I could spend, and it's also a charity, so maybe I get a little bit more than I normally would than if I was just buying the collection off of somebody that's looking to get their first car or going off to college or whatever the case was back then when people were selling their dual lands. So I show up, there is nobody there that is even remotely familiar with Magic. I found out after that when I was going around telling everybody about this auction and how there was a set of dual lands, people were actually taking that as a warning to not bother going because I was going to go and outbid them, which never even crossed my mind. I just figured there was going to be a ton of stuff there. I might not necessarily want all of it, so get as many people there as possible. There's going to be video games and stuff too. So I get there. Nobody even knows what Magic is. And the first thing for Magic is the set of dual lands. So the person opens up, shows the 40 cards. It looks like a little deck of playing cards to these people, and says, opening bid $200. And the air just comes out of the room. People are just like, $200. It's insane. I raise my hand. Everybody turns to look at me. They can't even believe that someone's going to spend $200 on this little thing of cards. I was expecting a bidding war. I got crickets. Nobody said anything. Gavel drops. I've got a set of dual lands for $200. So I just can't even believe it at this point. I was expecting to spend several $100s more than that. And every single thing that came up from there on that was Magic related, I just raised my hand. I just wanted to make sure the stuff would sell. Some of it was a good price. Some of it was a terrible price. Some of it was like retail. And I just was like, all right, I'll just take everything. So at the end of the auction, final Magic the Gathering card is a Mana Crypt and a Nathani Dragon, a promo pack. They were both promos. They put them together. So Mana Crypt back then was probably $15 buy list, retail $20, $25 depending on the condition. It was pretty low. This is way before it was seeing play in vintage. Eventually, people started to recognize it was actually better than an off-color Mox, but back then, other people didn't really like it. I was pretty high on the card in some of the aggressive decks, but, in a control deck, you could definitely die to Mana Crypt just turn after turn, even if you have a fistful of counters. So, anyways, opening bid $20, I raise my hand. This guy on the other side stares daggers at me, $25. Okay. I mean, he can have it. Like, I just let it go. I'm just over the moon with the dual lands and stuff anyway. So at the end of the auction, I feel like I couldn't possibly have won any more. And this guy comes over to me and has the cards. And I have a problem. I was so mad. I was so mad. You were winning everything. And I used to play Magic. And if I come home with these cards, my girlfriend will leave me. So I'm sorry. You were winning everything and I was really upset. And can you please just take these? And he gave me the Mana Crypt. I was so shocked. If I had really I was so taken aback. I wish I had paid him for it. Like, I feel bad now, but I couldn't even believe it. Like, he just, on top of getting a set of dual lands for $200, I got a free Mana Crypt and a story.